What's up, guys? It is Chris back with another watch review. Today we are reviewing Borealis. This is the Cascais, a blue dial dive watch from a brand that I really genuinely love. I think they make some great, very affordable dive watches with some great specs, great bracelets, and especially dials. So they usually make a dial that is textured. This is a Hobnail dialed watch. They say it's inspired by the Cobblestone streets in Portugal. However, obviously this is a Hobnail and you have applied indices on here in a beautiful deep blue color. This also has a ceramic blue bezel, applied indices, and 300 meters water resistance. They make their watches in really nice sizes as well. This is 41 millimeters excluding the crown, 47.5 millimeters lug to lug, and the lugs do turn down very nicely here. You have drilled lugs, solid end links, screwed links on the bracelets, and a very nice solid clasp. This is the clasp that they put on most of their watches. It's a very familiar clasp. I think this is something that a lot of micro brands use because it does work. There is a lot of micro adjust on these clasps. This is at least 6 positions here, so that's really good for getting the right fit for you. This is a President style bracelet, so solid links, of course, all stainless steel construction. On the back of the watch, you have a mermaid motif. It's mostly polished and then brushing around the edges, and it gives you your typical stats on the back of the watch. This gets a Miyota 9015, so you do have a date here at 6 o'clock. I believe you can get this with a no date as well option, which is good if you don't like the date. There is an orange accent on that second hand, and then there is an orange accent on the minute track all the way around. It's a very subtle color addition to the dial. Sign crown, very large crown, very grippy. And all around a very nicely finished watch. You have some beveled edges here, polished edges, of course, and very nice bezel action. So let's listen to the bezel on this watch. Super solid bezel on here. There is no movement or play in the bezel whatsoever. As I mentioned, this is a ceramic bezel. It is glossy, so you can see it's pretty glossy. You do have a double dome sapphire crystal. It is very slightly domed, and it has AR coating on the underside. The bezel is 120 click bezel. And then the last spec on here is the width. The width on the watch is 12.3 millimeter thick, which is very good for a 300 meter dive watch. I think there are a few dive watches out there that are under 13 millimeters and have that Miyota movement in it. So this is one of them, and I think that's a added bonus when you're getting the Miyota 9000 series movements. You get a thinner movement, so you have a thinner watch, and that's a good option. If you're looking for a pretty slim dive watch, this is a very good option. You have BGW9 Super Luminova applied to the dial and hands, and then of course you also have a lumed bezel on here, which is nice. Moving into price, this comes in at $195 on pre-order and then $195 when the watch is delivered. So basically $390 gets you a very nice, very capable 300 meter dive watch with a textured bezel and a lot of lume on it, ceramic bezel, screwed in crown, screwed in case back, and 316L stainless steel. So I think this is a very good deal. These are definitely in competition with watches like Zelos and a bunch of other watches out there that are using the 9000 series Miyota movement. However, this is a pretty original design, I would say. Again, all of these watches are inspired by Rolex or Omega in some way, and this doesn't fall out of that category. I think you have some inspiration here and there, and especially on that dial. The dial actually is definitely inspired by AP, the Royal Oak, because that is a Hobnail thing that they do on their dials. So there's a little bit of an amalgamation here, but I like it, and I think it works really well, and it does look pretty original. Very quickly though, let me show you the watch I have on my wrist, then I will throw this watch on my wrist so you can see how it fits on my 7.5 inch wrist. Today I am wearing the James and Muriel. This is another Miyota 9000 series powered watch. This has another blue dial on it. This is a sandwich and applied indices, a little bit different, and a very different bracelet on here from the watch that you see below. However, a full review on this watch is coming very soon. I really like this watch as well. Very, very interesting, and also a pretty original design. Even though it does take influences from watches like Rolex and Omega, it does have a pretty original design. Now this watch, I will throw it on my wrist, was actually very accurate. I got minus 15 seconds per day on my watch app, so that's actually pretty accurate. It was very consistent in that range. It was only minus like 16 seconds, then it would go to 12 seconds, but it was in that range, and it averaged out about 15 seconds, minus 15 seconds per day. And that was over a number of tests that I did in my app, which uses the atomic clock to actually track your watch's accuracy. So I'm going to, so here it is on my 7.5 inch wrist. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick strap change, and then we will do a lume shot. I'm going to do a 2-stage lume shot on this watch because it definitely deserves it. I'll do a twilight and then a full darkness. I will wait 20 minutes in between so you guys can see how the lume actually hangs on. So very quickly, a strap change, then we'll jump into lume. So here is the watch on a Vario strap. This is one of their twill straps. These are super affordable. They're under $20. Usually they're around $15 or $12, something like that. This is blue with red. They make other colors that would actually go a little bit better with this. However, the blue in this matches perfectly with the dial. I think it looks really good. And I will throw it on my wrist with the Vario on just so you can see. And here it is on my wrist, 7.5 inch wrist, Vario twill strap, Borealis Cascais. This looks really good on a NATO strap. Drilled lugs on here, so it's very easy to change straps. And this looks really good on a NATO strap. Anyway, so now what I'll do is a quick 2-stage lume shot. So I will dim the lights, we will do a twilight situation, and then we will go into full darkness. Okay, so you can see this is a torch in the dark. This is a twilight situation. You can see it's very, very bright. This gives Zelos a run for its money. I'm going to be doing another round of lume battle, so I'm going to bring in this watch. Hopefully I could do that before it goes out back to the brand, back to Borealis. So very quickly, we will wait 20 minutes and then we will check back in and see how the lume has hung on. So here you are after 20 minutes, just about. You can see it's really, really hanging on bright. That bezel is super bright. The hands are bright. The indices are bright. They're all equally as bright. They do a really good job with lume. Definitely very liberally applied, and that really is what makes the difference with lume. When it's very liberally applied, thickly applied, it lasts a long time. That's the secret to Zelos' success with lume, and I think that that's what they're doing here for the BGW9 that they're applying to those indices, hands, and the bezel. Anyway, tell me what you think of these watches in the comments below. Tell me what you think of this watch, of the brand itself, Borealis. I really like them. I think they make some cool watches. I know that they are located in Portugal. These watches are obviously manufactured in either Singapore or China, and they get Japanese Miyota movements. They put a lot of specs into them: 300 meters water resistant ceramic, bezels, textured dials. They do a lot, and I like what they're doing. For $390, that's a really good price for a watch that is somewhat unique. Anyway, tell me again what you think in the comments. I really want to hear from you guys. I'll add a link to their website, of course, in the description below. If you are attracted to this watch and you want to get one, it's $190 up front, then or $195 up front, and then $195 when it's ready. So $390 in total gets you one of these. And there's a few different dial options, color options, hands options, and date options. So they make it almost customizable to what your preference is. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It is super helpful for the channel. Please also follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is WatchChrisBlog. I have links in the description. Those links are to Amazon. They are to Into the AM for the t-shirts that I wear on these videos. I have a link to Undone. I am an affiliate for all of these these websites. If you click on those websites, those links to those websites, it doesn't cost you anything extra. For Amazon, it does not interrupt your Prime benefits, but it goes to help supporting the channel. I am compensated through those links when you purchase anything, so it does help support the channel, and I very, very much appreciate it. Anyway, thank you for logging on, and I will catch you guys in the next video.